Good morning, everyone. I am Tim Berneche with Berneche 2 Architecture, and we are going to do a walkthrough of the Queen of All Saints project here in Michigan City, Indiana. We have an existing school, existing church, and an existing school that we are connecting together with a two-story parish center. And I thought I'd give a walkthrough and show everybody the progress. So here we go. Existing school facility and the existing church. We're on the north side of the building and we will go in. One feature I'll say about the addition is the school is a story and a half and the addition is 2 stories, and you can see how the top of the brick of the addition matches that of the school. And then the upper portion we made an exterior insulation finish system, EIFS, that looks like stone, and then we use an actual cast stone for the south entrance, and then you see the stone on the front of the church that kind of gave rationale to using that stone. So we'll step in to the north entrance, look at the progress going on inside. Doors into the existing church, those will be replaced with fire doors. That is a 3-hour firewall. So this is going to be a gathering space. There are 3 stained glass windows, 3 pairs of them behind those plywood panels you see. Those windows are going to be replaced with doors that will allow people to come out from the sanctuary into this gathering space. And then one exciting feature is that in line with each of those doors will be a skylight. So that'll be a product called CalWall. It'll be a high efficiency skylight. It'll be translucent, so those of you familiar with Michigan City High School, it will be the same material as that. The one difference will be that these have a product called nanogel in it, which will take your standard R2.7 material and make it R22. So it'll be extremely energy efficient. This roof collector, or this pipe, that will eventually be covered by an architectural column, stone base with a drywall and wood capital and base. This is the south entrance. And one of the other features of the project is a chapel. The 2 pairs of windows you see up in front of you, those will be the stained glass windows that we are salvaging from the church will be retrofitted into those openings. So we'll go up to the front of the chapel and then look back. There are 2 windows on the side of the chapel. Those were originally scheduled to have stained glass put in those as well, but Father Kevin felt that we want to have a little more natural light come in than what the stained glass panels will allow. So those will remain as you see them. Eventually this space will get wood wainscot, wood trim, up about 42 inches. One of the important features of the chapel was that it be a quiet space. So you can see that they are currently framing an airlock, a vestibule, that will help keep the noise out of this space. Then we go back out the chapel, and this is a view of the gathering space looking north, back to the north entrance we came into. Let's go out the south way for a bit. So we have the existing school off to your right. There's more of the school. This is the outside of the chapel. And then this is the south entrance of the parish center. The church off to the right here. So the south entrance, this is off of the majority of the parking, so this will be the new entrance that most people come into the church from at this point. Main entrance of the church was originally on the north side of the building, and as the cars become more prevalent in society, the entrance needs to change. So again, another look at the chapel. The two-story portion as it intersects with the school. They just this week took out this classroom window, and that was, of course, an important factor in the project, was trying to design the building to where we could preserve windows into the classrooms against which our addition was going. So this window will come out shortly, and this one they will board up the opening for the weekend, and then should get a window in the near future. So this is a more of a utility door. Perhaps in the long run, they may develop this area between buildings into something, but as of right now, more or less a lawn area. Back into the gathering space, you see the arch of the south entrance. These will be some new toilet rooms. We'll look at the ones upstairs, those who have more progress. One of the primary features also in this building is that this will have an elevator that is two-sided. I am looking out the side that serves the two. I'm looking through the side that serves the two parish center sides. And of course, the school being on two different levels, we have openings that will serve the school as well. So school will be ADA compliant for the first time since it was built in 1950. Morning.
Morning, how are you doing?
Doing well, how are you? So one of the exciting things today is that the openings have been cut. Morning. Openings into the school have been cut. There'll be a new 3'8" door going into this opening. You see the elevator off to the side here. Pardon me. So then here's the other opening into the school wing. So this is an existing classroom, and roughly from the right side of that door over will be a wall that comes in to create a small hallway that comes to this door and serves this stairwell and elevator way. So this stair has a turn in it, and one of the challenges again was trying to hold this wall back away from the school to maintain as much of the school windows into those classrooms as possible. We had to cover up about 2/3 of those windows in those classrooms. So there's another look at what we call the 150 level, or the school's upper level, and I'm on the 200 level, or the second floor of the new addition now. Take a quick peek at the mechanical room. There'll also be a lot of storage in here. Owner will have a lot of chairs and overflow seating. One of the other functions of the gathering space will be for the more major holidays to be able to have overflow seating in the gathering space. Hallway down here. The other challenge is that we were sandwiched between two buildings, so that limited the opportunity for windows. And you can see the school from up here. So this is one of the important features of the building here. This is 3 meeting rooms, and you can see basically the wing wall here. There will be an operable partition that goes and closes up this room and encloses up this room across here, back to that bump out there. So this will be 3 rooms, but the operable partitions will allow this to open up into one space. Give the church and Michigan City a really nice amenity to work with and a space to do large group activities in. So we'll go back and look at some toilet rooms. Those are coming along nicely. Doing a porcelain tile. Goes up roughly halfway along the walls as well as the floors. I'm going to go back downstairs a moment, and then we'll finish up on the roof. So we came up the south stairwell that serves the school. We're now going into the north stairwell that just serves the addition. So it's kind of a challenge getting the stairs and the hallways to work to get upstairs and still work with the rest of the building. So again, stairwells aren't really the best ideal place for a window. They only serve the people in the stairwell, but given that we had to put the stair along this wall to make that upstairs meeting room work and open up into one wall, into one room, that's where the window ended up. There is a window directly above this that is in an alcove into that meeting room space. So coming back downstairs, we have 3 meeting rooms as well. So this is the largest of the 3, and you can see this one is nice and it has a couple of windows in it. Now in the original budget, this wall here was going to be another operable partition that could open up and allow this room and the adjacent 2 rooms to open up to each other. We were building up against a school. So to get that to happen, we had to have columns up against the school wall, which was going to put a lot of load on the foundation. We had to do some pretty serious foundations and footings to transfer the load away from the school. And for value engineering or saving on cost, we decided that if we could put a column away from the building, so there's probably a column roughly up here, right about here in this wall, supporting the beam that you see up there. That allowed us to build a footing out away from the school, and then we also saved on the cost of the operable partitions. Another thing that happened during the project was this building is not sprinklered. So we did plan on having sprinklers at one time, and that was a value engineering decision. This is the RPZ, or the backflow preventer. There is an 8-inch pipe that comes into this building, and if the owner decides they would like to sprinkle in the future, that 8-inch pipe will allow them to do that. We really only needed 2.5 inches for building service, but again, doing an 8-inch allows for future flexibility. We'll just get a quick peek of the other meeting rooms. Oh, this alcove in the gathering space, where you see the blue board, that's because it used to be green board. That's there's going to be a sink back there. This will be a serving area. There'll be a counter across here with a little bit of base cabinet and a sink over in this area. This is for a pot filler, so they'll be able to fill large coffee pots. And then this area will be tiled. This end of the gathering space will be tiled. So any of the dining, any of the snacks break area, that happens in this space. And then the rest of this will have a tile perimeter. But then the center underneath these bulkheads, that will be a carpeted space. Like a large living room, we wanted to have it designed to be conducive for people to want to sit and gather after church, and also to have activities at other times. So this is one of the other meeting rooms. It is a little on the long side, and again, that's a function of trying to get 3 rooms and trying to keep the interface with the school as minimal as possible. And then a similar sized gathering space over here. Again, the chapel. One thing I forgot to mention too is scrip is an important program in the church and the school. So right now they have a kiosk that rolls out for scrip. This will be a rolling shutter that will be able to close off the scrip area after hours. And for the more valuable items, we have a separate storage room for scrip, accessible only from the scrip room. So this is another large storage area. The mechanic room I showed you upstairs will also be used for storage. Again, for all of the tables and chairs the owner is going to need to keep for the facility. Back into the courtyard. We'll go upstairs. This is back in the south stair, and I will wrap up on the roof. So the second story is over just part of the first story. So this is a janitor's closet. There'll be a wall ladder here and a roof access hatch up there. So we'll eventually get the wall ladder there to allow access to that. And then for the lower roof, we did put in a smaller door. This is only about a 5/8 door, which is fine because it's really a roof access. It's not considered a door. So this is the roof of the chapel. The original project we had the sloped roof actually following the shape of the chapel. And as a value engineering item, it was decided to just have the vaulted area that you saw over the chapel just be a simple rectangle that kept the trusses simpler. Air handling unit, rooftop unit that serves the addition. You can see the south parking lot of the school and the church. One of the other things that really started this project is you can see the annex off to the distance there. Those trailers. So the owner got a bill for about $50,000 to fix those and repair those, and they thought, well, rather than invest the money in that, why don't we do something permanent? So I first met with Father Kevin a little over 4 years ago now, and yeah, 3 years of planning and not quite a year of construction. So there's the chapel from the roof. I am standing over the south elevation. And we'll look at one last feature while we're on the roof here. And that is, this wall is true brick. There's a true stone piece. We did some vertical stone elements to help break up the brick since we didn't have as many windows. That would be a way to add a little more facade interest. It also gave us a nice place to do expansion joints. You should have an expansion joint at least every 24 feet in brick. And that gave us a nice place to do that rather than having your typical saw cut with a caulk joint that you usually see in brick. Gave us a nice place to hide those. The upper portion that looks like stone, that is actually ephes or synthetic stucco. You might know it as a Drive It is one of the more popular companies that does that. And with this is the roof over the gathering space, and these are the curbs for the skylights. These will get pyramid or pyramidal skylights on them once those arrive, but for now they're capped with roofing temporarily. And this wall, this is the east wall of the Parish Center. The windows that look into those gatherings or those meeting rooms upstairs. And it looks like brick. That is actually ephes. That is also the synthetic stucco. Those are individually colored and finished. We are going to have them come back and look at, I think they got a few more grays. This is the north elevation again. You can see from this joint over, that is true brick. But this is that is ephes that looks like brick. And the reason that we did that was it would save on the structure that was necessary to support masonry above a roof. So that's our tour of Queen of All Saints today, and I thank you for watching, and have a great day.